This way for now. Okay, thank you everybody for coming tonight to Community Board 10's November meeting. We're going to start off with the honor of the pledge. This evening, we award the honor of the pledge to two very dedicated volunteers at the St. Vincent de Paul Society and the St. Patrick's Church, facilitator John Lemon and his wife Mary Beth. Inspired by gospel values, the Society of St. Vincent de Paul, a Catholic lay organization, leads women and men to join together to grow spiritually by offering person-to-person services to those who are needy and suffering. The Lemons do it all: the administrative work, the picking up and delivery of food, donations. They keep the food pantry organized, staff the pantry on Tuesdays when meals are distributed, and etc. The Lemons have served the church for over 30 years. Some of the services provided by St. Patrick Parish Society of St. Vincent de Paul include a weekly food pantry, biannual clothing drives, quarterly food drives, dinner baskets for local needy families for Easter, Thanksgiving, and Christmas. We'd like to thank Jim and Mary Beth for their dedicated service. And now, if we can have Jim and Mary Beth join us for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Oh, wait. Not yet, don't leave yet, To commemorate the honor of the pledge, we would like to give you this certificate from Community Board 10 in recognition of all your hard work.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Oh, yes, I do. Okay. Good evening. That was unexpected. This is, I think, the 20th year of the Community Board 10 food drive in honor of Helen Sokolowski. Helen, as many of you know, was a beloved member of Community Board 10. When she passed, her son Joseph continued to sponsor the drive, and now that he's retired as a board member, we are extremely grateful that Community Board 10 is continuing the drive in honor of Helen. So thank you, Dorothy and Josephine. St. Patrick's St. Vincent de Paul Food Pantry relies on several sources of support, but the most important is contributions, and your contributions at this time really help us with our expenses at the holidays when the expenses are highest. With the confusion over SNAP benefits, our needs are greater than ever. Over the last 3 weeks, our number of weekly clients has increased by about 10 to 170 per week. It's wonderful that good people recognize the need and are stepping up to help, and us and the other pantries throughout the city. And I just wanted to give you a quick story. Last year, we were contacted by the parent coordinator of District 20 pre-K schools. It was the first year that they started a food drive for Thanksgiving, and on this Wednesday, I'll be picking up donations again at 6 of the District 20 pre-K schools for their second annual food drive. Our neighborhood has many generous people willing to help, And it's wonderful that District 20 is passing this on to the next generation of Bay Ridge people. So thank you again, and have a happy Thanksgiving, everyone.
Thank you very much. Okay, let's start the meeting tonight by getting a motion to adopt the agenda. Okay. And I'm also going to need a motion to adopt the minutes. Okay. Thank you. We're going to start our public session now. First, I'd like to recognize from Congresswoman Nicole Manitakis' office, Lori Windsor. Thank you. Richard Barsamian from Assembly Member Brooke Crabtree's office. Basil Kaptanakis from Assembly Member Michael Tanus's office. And Police Officer Mina Gendor from the 68 Precinct. Okay. First, to speak tonight, I'd like to invite Maya Yedin from Senator Andrew Granardis' office.
Excellent shirt. Hi, everybody. I'm going to make it brief, and I'm going to keep it light. The most difficult thing I'll say is we're doing our no soliciting allowed signs. They're in the back. They're a hit. Next up, for Thanksgiving, we are still doing our What Are You Thankful For Thanksgiving Student Showcase. If you have a child in your life, we'd love to have them submit an essay, poem, or artwork. Information is all in the back. This year, we are doing a toy drive. Donate new unwrapped toys before December 12th, and all the information is on here. We will distribute them district-wide to the folks who reach out to us with need. We are doing our annual Season of Giving holiday cards for seniors campaign. Lots of school students and some adults, Girl Scout troops and others donate holiday cards, and we distribute them to nursing homes and senior centers like this one through the holiday season. It's a very nice initiative that we do. And finally, I'm going to steal Shelley's thunder if he's presenting on this too. Our last Christmas tree lighting, in conjunction with Councilmember Justin Brannan, will be held on Tuesday, the 2nd of December at 6 p.m. in John Paul Jones Cannonball Park. And there are flyers on this in the back as well. The Zavarian Chorus will be performing as well as the Guild. That's it. It's going to bing. I'm done. Happy Thanksgiving.
Thank you, Maya. Next, I'd like to invite Nancy Lulu from the Brooklyn District Attorney's Office, Eric Gonzalez.
Thank you, Susie. I like this shirt too. Very nice shirt. Good evening, everyone. Hope everyone's doing well. I bring greetings on behalf of DA Gonzalez to everyone. I just wanted to share that the Brooklyn DA's office, in collaboration with the NYPD, will be hosting a gun buyback event, no questions asked, on Saturday, December 6th from 10 to 4 at St. Paul's Community Baptist Church. That's 859 Hendricks Street, Brooklyn. That's in the confines of the 7-5 precinct. So this initiative provides a safe and confidential way to turn in firearms to help reduce gun violence in our communities. There's flyers in the back with the restrictions and rules of how to transport a firearm safely, and also it depends if it's an operable handgun or pistol. It's $500 gift card and other restrictions and rules and regulations. So that's that. The second thing is we're also going to be holding a toy and children's coat drive. It's going to be from December 1st till December 18th. You could drop off or mail to our office at 350 J Street, Brooklyn, New York. And as always, I want to remind you with our Action Center's phone number, if there's anything you would like to address with our office, to call 718-250-2340. And I want to conclude with wishing everyone a very happy and blessed Thanksgiving. Thank you.
Thank you, Nancy. Next, I'd like to invite Jessica Callow from the Brooklyn Borough President's Office.
Thank you. I want to be like the third person to mention how much I love Sandy's shirt. Puts me in the spirit. Okay, I'll be really quick. I wish everybody a happy holiday season, and I hope you all enjoy your festivities this month. So in the back, I brought flyers for our Hurricane Melissa effort that we're doing. We're collecting, along with a bunch of other assembly members and council members, we're collecting resources to send back to Jamaica for those that were affected by the hurricane. If you know someone who'd like to participate, we're collecting baby products, hygiene products, and other like rescue relief items like first aid kits, sterile gloves, tarps, flashlights, those kinds of things. So if you'd like, you can drop them off with us at Borough Hall. Otherwise, there's several other council members who are listed here who are also collecting. I just think that Borough Hall is the closest office to this community board. So I would really appreciate that. And I know our team would also really appreciate that if you contributed to that effort. And also, I've got flyers for the community board, people who want to sell being on a community board to somebody that they know. So I know you all don't need a flyer, but if you would like to take a flyer to sell to a young person in your life, or someone else that you know would be a good fit for the community board. Community board applications are open. The deadline is February 6th, so please submit. For those at home, you have to be 16 or older to apply, and you have to live or work in the district of either one. So we hope to see many applications this year. Don't make me hunt you down. Please apply. Please reapply. Thank you.
Next, I'd like to invite Rosalind Salas from the Brooklyn Chamber.
Hi, good evening, everyone. My name is Rosalind. I'm here with the New York City Small Business Resource Network. Just to give you a brief description, SBRN is a citywide initiative that provides free one-on-one support to small businesses in all 5 boroughs. And I'm based in the Brooklyn Chamber of Commerce, and my role is just to help local businesses, owners across, just to access these resources. We give out grants, finance, marketing, website help, legal, and accounting referrals. So if you're a business owner or you know one, please feel free to take a card on your way out. Thank you.
Thank you. Next, I'd like to invite Michael Sheldon from Councilmember Justin Brannan's office.
Hi, thanks. I'm going to be really quick because I did get scooped, even on the shirt thing. Yeah, just really quick, on behalf of Councilman Brannan, happy Thanksgiving, everyone. And Sandy, I do want one of those, so let's talk.
Thank you. Next, we're going to have Ruth Mazer for community announcement.
Thank you, Sandy. You look great, and congratulations. I also like the shirt. So I have a quick announcement. There's going to be a concert, a klezmer concert, at Bay Ridge Jewish Center, and I just figured I'd let everybody know. It's going to be on Sunday, November 23rd at 3 o'clock. They have 2 very experienced, known musicians, Jake Shulman-Ment and Pete Rushevsky. And for those who don't know, if you're not familiar with klezmer music, it's Ashkenazi Jewish music, people from Central and Eastern Europe, and they feature clarinets and violins, and it's very, very lively and lots of fun. So put it on your calendar and see if you can make it. Thank you. And happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Oh, and I just want to add, I'm looking forward to volunteering with Bay Ridge Cares. They send out turkey dinners every year. I think last year they said they sent out 800. I haven't been authorized by them to share this, but I'm sure they won't mind. And I'm looking forward to driving around to delivering meals. And I'm so impressed with that organization because it's huge now. And it started with just a few people who wanted to help after Hurricane Sandy. Now, I'm a very, very big fan, and I commend all of them. So just want to let you know what I'm planning on, and have a very happy Thanksgiving.
Thank you, Ruth. Okay, next I'd like to invite Shirley Chin, who will be speaking about the tree lighting.
Good evening, everyone. So in behalf of merchants of 3rd Avenue, we're doing the 3rd annual holiday tree lighting. I don't have the flyer. I have it on the phone, but it's all already out in Facebook. So I would like to invite everybody to join us on December 1st, 5:30 to 6:30. We're gonna lit the tree at 6:30. So we invited the politician too. And we invited the Severian choir, so they'll be singing. So we have face painting, arts and craft for children. So, and code drive and toy drive. Thank you. See you there. Oh, sorry. It's in the corner restaurant, so in 86th and 3rd Avenue. So it's our 3rd year, but 1st year in the restaurant. So it's gonna be big. Thank you.
Thank you. Next, I'd like to invite Anastasios Mitilis.
Good evening, everyone. So I have a few issues that I wanted to address. I reside on 81st Street and 11th Avenue, 1164 81st Street. It's been going on for 4 years now, where the school across the street, the PS 201, is just a mess with their garbage all over the place on the street. We walk out of our houses and it smells like a garbage dump. It's terrible. The garbage truck comes from anywhere from 12 to 1:30, 2 in the morning, and they have these big containers where they make tons of noise to wake up my whole family. I asked the school several times to address this issue and maybe put the garbage in the front of the school. It's not something that they're helping with. The garbage containers take up like 4 or 5 parking spots. So when there's no parking, we park our cars there, and these containers smash into our cars and damage our vehicles. Another issue I wanted to address was the deliveries on the block. For instance, today they did a food delivery, and it took them a half hour, blocked the whole street. Their food was in the middle of the street. I have footage and videos for 4 years now of this going on daily. And it's not only me, it's another 4 or 5 neighbors that live next to me. Then we're all having the same problem. I called 311. 311 told me to come here tonight and speak up. I spoke to the principal in the school, wrote him tons of emails, sent pictures, nothing was done. It's just a nightmare, and I was hoping that maybe someone here can help us with these issues that we're having.
We'll look into it. We'll look into it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, before we start on our public hearings, I'd like to introduce a new member to Community Board 10, Donna Marie Carrera. Welcome. And also Pierre Lay, who has been appointed as the chair to Youth Services Education Libraries. Thank you, Pierre. Okay, to start off the public session, I'd like to invite Chris Ellison.
Thank you. Good evening. So the Police and Public Safety Committee had a meeting on November 12th. It was held in the office. It was a hybrid meeting. It was in person at Community Board 10 office and on Zoom. and we had 2 items on the agenda. One was to review an SLA wine, beer, and cider license, and the next one was to review an application for a new adult use retail dispensary cannabis micro business license. The first item, new SLA wine, beer, cider license for Taverna Ambrosia LLC doing business as King Souvlaki, located 8402 3rd Avenue. The owner applicant, Nicolina Quazazi, was present at the district office. Additional partners are Albiarapi, Donna Luci, and Guillaume Nicola were not present. The establishment has operating as a restaurant for several years, and there is no adverse history at this location. There will be no change in the method of operation. The hours of operation are Monday through Sunday, 12 p.m. to 12 a.m. The kitchen hours are Monday through Sunday, 11 a.m. to 11:30 p.m. The restaurant will have background recorded music. The owners plan to have a roadside cafe in the future and will apply for the appropriate permit when the time comes. The restaurant has 1 stand-up counter and approximately 10 tables with 20 seats. The motion was made to deny the applicant unless the applicant agreed to the following stipulation. The premise will operate as a restaurant. There will be no sale or consumption of alcohol on the premise until the SLA issues the appropriate license. The applicants will not serve or allow bring your own booze until their license obtained. The owner or manager will be on site during all hours of operation. The hours of operation will be Monday through Sunday, 12 p.m. to 12 a.m. There will be no smoking permitted. There will be no outdoor music. The doors and windows should remain closed with any amplified music. Background recorded and/or music sound levels remain below the level permitted by the New York City Noise Code. There will be at least 20% visibility view into the establishment at eye level. Once the SLA license is obtained, the community board may call upon the applicant to address any concerns that may arise. The applicant agreed that should it change its method of operation, it will give notice and meet with the community board committee at least 45 days in advance of any such change. The applicant agreed, and the motion passed unanimously in favor. So I need a second.
Got me, baby.
Any questions? Okay, I'll call the motion. All those in favor, please signify. Any opposed? Recusals? Motion passes. Next item was a review of application for a new adult use retail dispensary cannabis micro business license at LFG Distribution LLC doing business as Stay Liddy at 445 Bay Ridge Avenue, Brooklyn, New York, 11220. Before I begin that, I want to give a little background because some of the things have changed with the Office of Cannabis Management. In June 2025, the Office of Cannabis Management Board adopted Cannabis Law 726. OCM Acting Director Felicia Reed had directed the Office of Cannabis Management to conduct a thorough review of agency practices and decision-making protocols to ensure compliance with mandates of the Marijuana Regulation and Taxation Act. OCM identifies that the process by which the agency assessing adult use retail dispensaries location distance requirements relative to schools first established in 2022 is not consistent with the Cannabis Law as 72, subsection 6. This means the guidance provided earlier did not comply with the Cannabis Law, subsection 72, 6. Due to a recent preliminary injunction order issued by the Albany County Supreme Court, OCM is required to review retail dispensary locations under the previous door-to-door standard. When reviewing a retail location in proximity to a school, door-to-door standard when reviewing a retail location proximity to a school until February 15, 2026. This means that the Office of Cannabis Management will continue to assess distance from the main entrance of the dispensary location to the nearest entrance of an exclusive use school located on the same street. OCM had identified several licenses locations do not comply with the Cannabis Law, subsection 72.6. The Governor's Office and Office of Cannabis Management will be proposing and aggressively pursuing legislation to address licenses whose businesses are at locations in conflict with Cannabis Law, subsection 72.6. OCM has identified several applicants for the proposed adult use retail location that do not comply with the Cannabis Law. If the legislation does not get amended, the applicants will be required to find new location before moving ahead with the application process. So,
What is the law? Excuse me, Chris. What is the law? What is that law?
72.6,
What's the distance door to door?
it was 500 feet.
what's changed? It hasn't changed.
It hasn't changed. What has changed is,
They're gonna enforce it.
what has changed is the Office of Cannabis Management realized they were not complying with the law. All right? It was supposed to be 500 feet from a school.
And what did they say?
Now they're saying, and they were doing the measurements door to door and on the same road. It doesn't matter if it's on the same road. Okay? But there is an injunction. So to get back,
I'm sorry, just a quick question. I had read that it was supposed to be from door to property line,
correct.
but you're saying it's door to door still.
They're still doing door to door because there is an injunction until February 16th, 2026, for the state legislature to come in session. And the governor is pursuing it and wants to change it for these applicants that already have locations that are near schools. There are approximately 140 throughout the state that are in violation of the law. And the Office of Cannabis Management has notified them. And there was a lawsuit in Albany, and the Albany Supreme Court has issued an injunction till February 16th, 2026.
Okay, before you proceed, does your committee look at the distance from the property line to property line, or?
Yes.
You do. Thank you.
So, now back to review of application for a new adult use retail dispensary cannabis micro business license at LFG Distribution LLC, doing business as Stay Liddy at 445 Bay Ridge Avenue, Brooklyn, New York, 11220. The district office received the notification of municipalities on September 18, 2025. The notice and noticed an error on the notification form. The address of the notification had an incorrect zip code. On September 26, 2025, the district office sent a letter to the Office of Cannabis Management, OCM, requesting a 30-day extension of several points that were raised about this notification and location. The notification of municipalities lists the location as 445 Bay Ridge Avenue, Brooklyn, New York, 11230, which is incorrect. The correct zip is 11220, not 11230. Does this invalidate the notification? That was our question. 445 Bay Ridge Avenue, Brooklyn, New York, 11220 is approximately 400 feet from the property line of Lutheran Elementary School, a private Christian pre-K through 8th grade, serving over 150 students at 440 Ovington Avenue. 445 Bay Ridge Avenue is approximately 260 feet from the property line of Mary White Ovington School Annex, located at 415 Ovington Avenue. 445 Bay Ridge Avenue is approximately 160 feet from the property line of a new high school under construction at 437-445 Ovington Avenue. LFG Distribution has already put signage up at 445 Bay Ridge Avenue, Brooklyn, New York, 11220, with the cannabis symbol and Stay Liddy. LFG Distribution LLC has already started advertising for employees on social media. It was requested that the Office of Cannabis Management review the above information and get back to Community Board 10 on the validity of the notification and if a recommendation is still warranted. Since Community Board 10 only received a 30-day extension from OCM, it was decided to review the applicant and give an opinion. The applicant, Adele Ali, was not present, but was represented by Ted Atanasio, Esquire, Sam Chin, and Joe Lin, who are the managers. Mr. Ali resides in Buffalo, New York, and is 100% owner of LFG Distribution, LLC. Mr. Ali has no other cannabis retail or micro business. Questions about the validity of the notification of municipalities was raised to Mr. Atanasio. He stated it is not invalid, yet OCM has not given Community Board 10 an answer. It was asked if Mr. Ali had been convicted of any crime, and through his attorney, the answer is no. The applicant will not have any private events. The hours of operation will be Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 7 p.m., Saturday, 12 p.m. to 8 p.m., and on Sunday, 1 p.m. to 6 p.m. The product which the applicant will distribute will be manufactured in Staten Island. Questions arose that micro business's product is supposed to be manufactured in the same county or in New York City, or the same borough in New York City. Mr. Atanasio stated that if that is the case, then it would be manufactured in Brooklyn. But he would confer with Office of Cannabis Management. Security people through ID scans, checks, cameras, and also a security guard if warranted. A motion was made to give a negative opinion to LFG Distribution LLC, OCMMICR 2023-000536 for the following reason. The location for 445 Bay Ridge Avenue, Brooklyn, New York, 11220, is incorrectly noted on the notification to municipalities on Form OCM 6009 of 9/23. Zip code is 11220, not 11230, which may invalidate the notification to municipalities received on September 18, 2025. LFG Distribution LLC, located at 445 Bay Ridge Avenue, Brooklyn, New York, 11220, is 444.28 feet from the property line of Lutheran Elementary School, located at 440 Ovington Avenue, Brooklyn, New York, 11220. This violates the cannabis law subsection 72.6, which states, no cannabis retail license shall locate a storefront within 500 feet of a school grounds, as such term defined in the educational law, or within 200 feet of a house of worship. LFG Distribution LLC, 445 Bay Ridge Avenue, Brooklyn, New York, 11220, is approximately 260 feet from the property line of Mary White Ovington School Annex, located at 415 Ovington Avenue, Brooklyn, New York, 11209. LFG Distribution LLC, 445 Bay Ridge Avenue, is approximately 160 feet from the property line of a new high school scheduled for construction at 445 Ovington Avenue. LFG Distribution has already put signage up at 445 Bay Ridge Avenue, New York, 11220, with the cannabis symbol and the name Stay Liddy. After a discussion period, the motion passed in favor with one abstention. So, I need a second on the motion. Ann? Any discussion? Any questions? Yes?
I got it. Go back.
We have two mics.
If they're already in violation from door to door, I'll just put it that way, can we like get involved like politicians or something to write on our behalf that?
Right now, they're in violation of the law, but the Office of Cannabis Management is going door to door because they have a court order. Now, is it prudent for them to give this person the okay when in February, if the state legislature does not pass it and tells him, move? Right. That was a question I posed to their attorney.
Well.
So, any other questions? Any questions, public?
I'm still confused.
Go ahead.
One second.
It's not really.
It's all right.
No, I'm trying to understand it. If it is technically legal now or illegal? Let me just ask that.
Right now, according to the way the Office of Cannabis Management misinterpreted the way they were doing the distance from the measurements from the cannabis dispensary to the school, right? The law basically states that it's to the property. They were doing it from the front door of the school to the front door of the building. Court injunction went into effect, all right, I believe in June, right, for them to go back to the old way of doing it to door until February. But it still violates the law.
Right. So if it still violates the law, why are we going to, I mean, I don't even understand why we would even have a question.
Exactly. We asked the Office of Cannabis Management, they never got back to us, so we decided to do the review and go on with it.
Yeah, but
and this is our opinion.
I understand it's our opinion, but what I'm hearing here is that it's not an opinion, it's a fact that it violates the law.
It is a fact.
Regardless of the way it's being, it was improperly interpreted by the Office of Cannabis. That's their issue.
That's their issue.
Not ours. So it would seem to me that when we look at the law, okay, and that it's the way it's supposed to be right now, we should vote no. I only say that as a lawyer.
Thank you very much, Attorney. All right, so I'll call the question. I have a second. All those in favor of the motion to offer a negative opinion for the 5 points I stated? Any opposed? Any abstentions? Any recusals? Motion passes unanimous. I'm sorry. Thank you. Everybody have a happy Thanksgiving.
Thank you, Chris. My chair's report tonight will be brief. In speaking with some other chairs from around Brooklyn, I've heard how they run their community boards, and thank God that we don't have the problems that other boards have. In speaking with some of the other chairs, you have some community boards don't have offices. You have hard feelings between chairs and district managers and community boards, and there's horrific fighting going on between them. Not all community boards, but some of them. But what I'm thankful for is a community board that is harmonious. First of all, we have a community board office that is stable and it's in one location. We have a district manager in Josephine Beckman and in Dorothy Guruccio, and Amanda, who's not here, that I like to call Nerve Central, because what they go through in that office is not pretty. In dealing with problems and emails and phone calls, it's not a place that you want to be, but for some reason, these ladies want to be there. I want to thank all the officers who helped me during my tenure. All the committee chairs who work very hard in their committees. I want to thank them also. And all of you that come to the meetings and are concerned for our community in keeping Bay Ridge, Dyker Heights, and Fort Hamilton a premier location in Brooklyn. So that's what I'm thankful for, and I want to thank everybody. Next, we'll have Josephine Beckman, our district manager.
Thank you, Sandy. Good evening, everyone. I just want to first thank everyone for donating food and for the monetary donations for tonight's food drive in loving memory of our late board member, Helen Sokoloski. So Helen, for those of you who didn't know her, I know Jim mentioned it earlier in his remarks, she was truly a dedicated volunteer and a passionate advocate for those in need. And she regularly collected food to donate to needy families in our community. And we really remember her today and respect all she did in the past. And we try to continue that on. I want to share that as soon as November 1st, the calendar turns, we get our first calls about Dyker Lights. So I share this evening with you that we will be holding an interagency meeting this week in preparation for Dyker Lights. So Dyker Lights is an unpermitted organic event, meaning that it doesn't have a permit by the City of New York. But in recent years, because of its growing popularity and truly widespread knowledge of the event, it's spread on social media, on regular media, and we really rely upon the city's mayor's office of event coordination and management, and they help us to organize the interagency support with the following agencies: the NYPD, both the 68th Precinct and the Borough Command, the Department of Sanitation, the Department of Environmental Protection, DOT, and CECM. And that meeting will take place this week in preparation, and we will get the word out to area residents. The Traffic and Transportation Committee will be meeting on Monday, November 24th. I just want to share that with board members tonight to prepare comments on the IBX, the Interborough Express. The public can provide comments on the formal project scoping, and there are 2 public open houses, and one I just want to mention to you all is in Sunset Park. It's nearby on November 20th from 6 to 8 at the Brooklyn Public Library in Sunset Park, 5108 4th Avenue. Also this week, we had on the calendar a meet and greet for this Wednesday, November 19th, at the district office from 6:30 to 8:30, but we only received a handful of RSVPs. So tomorrow, I want you to look at your emails. I'm going to flag it for you. I understand a lot of people have events this week, so we're going to poll members to see if we can continue with that. We want to make sure we have enough board members in attendance. Next, New York City Ferry notified us that they'll be operating on a modified schedule on Thursday, November 27th for Thanksgiving, and on a weekend schedule for Friday, November 28th. And the Friday after Thanksgiving is not a city holiday, and we really try to emphasize this in our newsletter and in our outreach, because each year, the week after Thanksgiving, we are inundated with complaints from residents who do not move their vehicles for alternate side parking and are summoned. So I just want you to spread the word. I want to give a shout out to CB10 member Jonathan Bova, who ran in the New York City Marathon. I want to embarrass him, but we are all very proud of you. I don't know if anyone else did, but we do know that Jonathan did, and just want to offer our congratulations. You heard tonight there's going to be several tree lightings posted on our website and newsletter, so make sure you take a look at that and please, share that information. There are a lot of good events in the community coming up from now through December. And our next general board meeting will take place on Monday, December 15th, 7 p.m. at the Norwegian Christian Home. And on behalf of the district office staff and myself, I'd like to wish you all a happy Thanksgiving. Thank you.
Thank you, Josephine. Next, I'd like to invite Shirley Chin, the treasurer, to give a report.
Thank you, Sandy. Hello again. Community Board 10 Treasurer's Report as of October 31st, 2025. Total personal services, $96,869.25. Total other than personal services, we have $3,241.68, leaving an encumbered budget balance of $197,649.07. Thank you and happy Thanksgiving.
Thank you, Shirley. Now we're going to start our committee reports. First up is going to be Jack Zhang from the Traffic and Transportation Committee.
Thank you. Okay, hello everyone. A quick reminder that we'll have our next TNT meeting next Monday. Telling calendar. Okay, on November 6, 2025, the TNT committee met with the MTA Construction and Development team and received a project overview on the reconstruction of the Verrazano Narrows Bridge Brooklyn interchange. This work is the next major phase in a series of improvements following the completed widening of the eastbound Gowanus approach in 2020 and the Belt Parkway approach in 2025. The primary goal of this project is to reconstruct the VNB Brooklyn ramps. The main scope of this work involves relocating the VNB's eastbound upper and lower level exit ramps to the Belt Parkway from the current left side configuration to a new right side exit. This construction will also include widening the lane shoulders on the new ramps, reconstructing the roadways with new durable surfacing and reduced joints, and providing an alternate egress route for contractor access to the VNB Brooklyn Yard. This project is expected to deliver significant benefits, including major safety improvements and anticipated to lead to collision reductions. By creating more standard right-sided exit ramp locations, the project will improve traffic flow and relieve congestion on the bridge. The wider lane shoulders will allow for a more efficient incident response and daytime maintenance as well. Additionally, the new roadways with fewer joints will provide a smoother riding experience, reduce impact noise, and lessen the need for emergency repairs, ensuring a state of good repairs for the 60-year-old structure. Several key components focus directly on the community benefits. Permanent transparent noise barriers will be installed on the new ramps and on the upper level at the 92nd Street exit. These barriers are designed to mitigate traffic noise while maintaining natural views and allowing light transmission. The project also includes a significant upgrade and modernization of the John J. Carty Park. New features will include an adult fitness area, skate park, walking track, turf field, performance area, and courts for handball, basketball, and shuffleboard. Importantly, continuous use of the playground part of the park will be maintained throughout the construction period. A comprehensive plan will be in place to manage construction impacts. To mitigate traffic disruptions, the current number of traffic lanes will be maintained during peak travel direction hours, with temporary lane closures restricted to off-peak periods only. A construction noise mitigation plan will be implemented to ensure compliance with the NYC noise code. This includes installing temporary noise barriers along Fort Hamilton Parkway, continuous noise monitoring, and maximizing daytime construction activities to minimize nighttime work. Certain loud activities such as jackhammering, bolt tightening with impact wrenches, and rivet removal using pneumatic tools will be prohibited during nighttime hours, which are defined as 6 p.m. to 7 a.m. The design-build contract for this project was awarded in August 2025 to VNB Construction Company, which is a JV across 4 different companies. Preliminary work, including mobilization, site surveys, and soil borings, is expected within the next 6 months. The reconstruction of the Belt Parkway ramps is scheduled to begin in spring 2026, with the J.J. Carty Park being taken out of service in summer 2026. The park's restoration is anticipated to be completed in summer 2029, and the new ramps are expected to be finished by fall of 2029. The entire project is anticipated to be completed, again, in fourth quarter of 2029. For any project inquiries, the community can contact the MTA team at vn84bproject@gmail.com, or by calling 347-997-1918. Thank you. There is a presentation that they did share with us. It will be on the community board website. Perfect. There's pictures of the park as well as the new construction. Thank you.
Thank you, Jack. Next is the Parks Committee. For Henry Stewart, we're going to have Jonathan Bova.
Thank you. Okay. The Parks Committee met on November 10th at 7 p.m. in person at the district office, where District Manager Josephine Beckman, myself, and Parks representatives Chris Clay and Jeff Cooper attended. Attending remotely were Committee Chair Henry Stewart, board members Carmesino, Day, Ellison, Petrick, and Zhang, and from the Parks Department were Shaquem Snipe and Denise Mattis. The topic of the meeting was the reconstruction of the bleacher area at Diker Beach. Councilman Brannon provided $2 million in funds for this project. The goal of the project is to improve the sight lines within the park, enhance ADA accessibility, update the park paths, and make the park more secure. The area in question is on Poly Place side near the entrance to the baseball fields. The existing concrete bleachers at the park will be removed and replaced by 4 25-foot steel bleachers with a seating capacity of around 50 people each. The new bleachers will be placed along the first baselines and third baselines of each field. Each bleacher will have a bottle filler next to it, and new trash receptacles will be placed nearby. The existing drinking fountains will be removed and replaced with ADA accessible fountains. The pathways will be repaved with asphalt. Additional tree pruning and the removal of 1 damaged tree will also occur as part of this renovation. Questions were asked by the committee and District Manager Beckman about the reduction in seating capacity, which Parks partially blamed on the limited funds and the belief that people will now be more likely to bring their own lawn chairs and personal seats given the increased visibility into the fields due to the removal of the concrete structures. No additional benches will be added as part of this project, although future projects will address this issue. Additionally, a question was asked about the viability of keeping some parts of the concrete structure. Parks was unsure about how sound the existing structure is, and there are no plans to retain any part of the concrete bleachers. A motion was made to write a letter in support of the reconstruction. The motion passed the committee unanimously. That being the only matter on the agenda, the committee adjourned. Respectfully submitted, Henry Stewart, Chair. So I believe we have to have a vote now.
A second.
A second.
Get a second.
Do we have a second? Carmen. So we have a second
Discussion.
does anybody have any discussion on the bleachers? Yes.
Wait.
Oh, yep, sorry, microphone.
Those concrete bleachers are quite old and historic, almost.
Yeah.
Are they crumbling?
So I was the one who posed the question of perhaps
They're
leaving a
Art
part of
Deco,
them.
if I may.
Yeah, they're Art Deco,
Yeah.
brutalist kind of architecture.
Yeah.
I asked if part, like the ends could maybe be left as like a nod to what was there. But they said that when they built them, they were hollow because they intended to use them for storage until,
To use underneath.
yeah, the Parks Committee was gonna store things inside of those bleachers. And then they had to brick them up because bad things were happening underneath the bleachers. So they're not confident that the bleachers will actually survive after they start breaking them down. They'll just crumble. That was the answer that we got.
Thank you.
Yeah. Any other questions? Yes. Oh, wait, sorry.
Thank you. Really, it's just a comment that came to my mind. 7 years ago, I'm just wondering if this money is going to be enough for all the work you just stated. Because 7 years ago, I think, or 8 years ago, a renovation bathroom cost us $4 million. Now, all that work is going to cost $2 million?
Just the bathroom had, this is like plumbing and electric. This won't have any of that. This will just be demolition.
And reconstructing that part.
Yeah.
You think $2 million is going to do the job?
The committee, the Parks Committee seemed to be confident that there was enough money. Any other questions? Oh, Jack.
I think a quick clarification that the capacity of the bleachers will be reduced. I'm not sure exactly how much it was going to be reduced, but I think we recognize that like the bleachers will be destroyed and replaced by something, I think, substantially smaller.
Yeah, I mean, those bleachers probably, I would assume, fit like hundreds of people. And now they're gonna be, it's 50 people, so.
And I think it'll be replaced by like the steel like.
Yeah, they're just the
seating.
steel standard bleachers that you see. Yeah. There will be 4 25-foot steel bleachers with a seating capacity of around 50 people each. Yeah. Anybody else? Great. Call the questions. So do we have a second? We had a second, so all in favor? Any opposed? Recusals? All right, motion passes. Thank you, everybody. Happy Thanksgiving.
Thank you, Jonathan. Next up is the Zoning Land Use Committee, Stephanie Mahaney.
All good. I know who I am. Good evening, everyone. The Zoning and Land Use Committee will submit the following on the Art Deco Centennial Walking Tour held on Saturday, November 15th. Straight up, it was a fun event. You will not hear me mention fun and zoning in the same sentence ever again, probably. So, organized by Community Board 10 in collaboration with the Bay Ridge Historical Society, the Fifth Avenue Business Improvement District, and the Bay Ridge Conservancy, the tour highlighted 8 sites that together showcase the neighborhood's distinctive Art Deco architectural character. The idea for commemorating the centennial with a walking tour was first proposed by the Zoning and Land Use Committee member Ralph Carmesino. The event drew a notably strong turnout of 35 registered participants. Those are all that signed up, and they all attended, joined by several additional residents on the day of the tour. And this level of a participation reflects the community's considerable interest in local history, architecture, and the future of preservation in our neighborhood. Throughout the 2-hour walk, guides Ralph Carmesino, Kelly Carroll, Henry Stewart, and Thadia Delancey, who had been an intern with CB10, provided insight into the architectural features, historical context, and community stories associated with each location. Their collective knowledge, spanning architectural practice, preservation, advocacy, historical research, and past contributions to local landmarking efforts, offered residents a nuanced and engaging perspective on Bay Ridge's built environment. Stops included the Splendor Apartments, Doctors Row, although those aren't Art Deco, but It's a historical landmark. The former Lincoln Savings Bank, thank you to Liz Lovejoy for assisting with this stop. The Lincoln Law Office Building, 434 79th Street, the Bay Ridge Jewish Center, Greatley Hall, and St. Anselm Church. The tour underscored how much of Bay Ridge's Art Deco fabric remains intact and why these structures continue to hold cultural and historical value for the community. Many participants expressed a renewed appreciation for buildings they pass in their daily routines, noting how easily these details can be overlooked and how meaningful it is to recognize their place in the neighborhood's history. After the final stop, participants gathered inside St. Anselm's for light refreshments and informal conversation. Thanks are extended to Tom McCarthy for arranging the room for the post-tour gathering. Feedback was overwhelmingly positive. Several residents remarked on the quality and execution of the tour and asked when a future walking tour might be offered. Great. Many thanks to all of the guides for their preparation, planning participation, and the expertise they shared throughout the tour. And a special thanks to District Manager Josephine Beckman for her coordination and support. In short, it was really wonderful. Respectfully submitted, Stephanie Simone Mahaney.
Thank you, Stephanie. Okay, the next committee will be the Environmental Committee. Tracy Britton. There you go.
Good evening. The Environmental Committee met as a hybrid meeting at 7 p.m. on October 28th, both in person at the district office and via Zoom. At that meeting, the committee heard from residents reporting increased sewer backups, sewer odors near Shore Road and 72nd Street, and occasional water pressure spikes. The district office received 48 related emails, which reinforced the need for a formal drainage study. Commissioner Drasana Hughes and Commissioner Mario Bruno from the DEP attended and explained that Bay Ridge relies on combined sewer system. The pipes were designed decades ago to handle about 1 inch of rainfall per hour. Recent storms, however, have reached more than 3 inches per hour, overwhelming the system and causing backups. The DEP confirmed that they inspected 72nd Street and area and found no blockages. The system is operating as built, but the design is outdated for today's storm intensity. They also clarified that backups are caused by pipe capacity, not by operations at the Owl's Head plant. The most significant announcement was that the DEP has already initiated the drainage study for the affected blocks. This study typically takes about 1 year. If the study recommends capital upgrades, those projects fall on long-term citywide timelines, often into the late 2030s and 2040s. DEP urge residents to report every backup through 311, preferring the app or the website where photos and videos can be attached. They also recommended home-level protections such as backwater valves, sump pumps with backup power, redirecting roof drains, and improving driveway drainage where possible. During the meeting, residents raised concerns about odors, inconsistencies between the houses that flood and those that don't, difficulty using 311, and access to records, including blueprints with the original sewage setup, or like connections. DEP addressed these issues and committed to sharing additional materials, reviewing odor reports, and responding to written requests from the community board for cleaning or inspections. The district office will continue gathering resident documentation and coordinating communication between the neighborhood and DEP as the drainage study moves forward. Respectfully submitted.
Thank you, Tracy. That brings us now to old business. Anybody for old business?
Just a comment. Fifth Avenue is also, excuse me, ma'am, Fifth Avenue is all flooded. From 67 all the way down to 70, that's where I am. It's all flooded as soon as, it's not only the addresses you're giving.
Oh no, there's more in the
Yeah, it's really, the pharmacy, I swim, I could swim in the pharmacy.
I'm going to use this one because it's working. No, Habib, there are 4 different areas of CB10 that are experiencing flooding. One of them is 81st Street, where our office is, we had 2 feet of water. 67 to 81st Street, but along 81st Street from 4th Avenue to 7th Avenue, DEP is also looking at that area. This meeting is, we received many calls in a very short period of time, and the residents there requested a meeting with DEP out of frustration. But we are also working with the residents of 81st and other parts of 5th Avenue too. 81st Street from 4th Avenue to 7th. Yeah.
Okay, old business? Wait, wait,
board members, no.
you're only board members right now. Okay, no business, any new business?
What? Right here.
Yes.
Yes, good evening, everyone. Besides being a CB10 member, I'm also executive director of the Bay Ridge Fifth Avenue bid. Usually, as tradition, we also do a tree lighting on 75th and 5th. However, because of the city bike installation, there is no sidewalk space in order to hold the tree lighting. So, instead, we are going to make a greater impact, and we are going to be doing a free turkey distribution on December 20th.
Oh, very nice.
So I invite individuals and family to attend. Thank you.
Thank you, Liz. Any other new business? Okay, before we leave, I just want to remind everybody before they leave to please check the attendance sheet. Make sure you're signed in. At the last borough board meeting that I attended, the borough president said that, not the borough president, but his staff said that they will be checking attendance for all those who want to reapply for the community board. So if you want to be more present, you got to sign the sheet. Do I have another motion to adjourn? Yes. Seconded. Happy Thanksgiving. I hope you have a good time with your family and friends, and please remember those who are in need, and please give. Thank you.
I gotta sign in. I gotta sign in.
Sign in. Sign in. Sign in.
Mr. Chairman.
Yes.
I heard you're bringing church next week. Next week.